Well, hello there and welcome. Welcome, one and all. So I am just so happy to see the sunshine. I'm happy to see you guys. I know you're there. So, and the sunshine and the light that we all bring to this class and to our families, to our friends, and actually to share your light with the world. I guess I'm thinking of our light, our true essence, because the sun is shining. And normally that would be just a normal day in San Diego, but it's interesting that yeah, weather has changed. And how does that make you feel, the outer environment? Yeah, and the more sensitive you become with your inner environment, yeah, you're going to feel the outer one as well. Now that sensitivity might come the other way around, or both, but you might be at first more sensitive to the energy around you. And then maybe that energy, as we practice our yoga and we do spend time just being, breathing, feeling inside, withdrawal of the senses. Yes, one of the 8 limbs of yoga, bringing everything, the awareness inside and letting go of all that out there. So I hope from yesterday's class too, you realize, whoa, the practice can go deeper. And a lot of you have been practicing yoga on so many levels, even before this class, or even before any of their formal yoga practice classes. Yeah, it's truly a way of life. And that's my intent. And that's my emphasis in my teaching these days, as mentioned in the homepage. Yay! So yeah, why don't we come to our mats? Do make sure you have room. I may be talking you through the flip and down dog today. I thought I could do it a little bit, and I really am not able. I'm being truthful. Oh yes, I don't want to harm. Yeah, I'm practicing my yoga by being truthful. I can talk you through it. You have a wonderful YouTube that I talked the model into, that she is just amazing. So, and does the flip and down dog very clearly. But I will be talking through that, I think, today. Okay. I just wanted to mention that from the very beginning. So yeah, just briefly, I'd like to go over the yamas, because it's how we live our lives, but also how we practice our yoga too. So we can bring it into our practice, which is our lives, and also our daily moving through the world, practicing that way too. So here we go. Okay, so lying down, feet to the earth again. Sure, why not? Connect to the energy of the earth. Wiggle the toes, maybe wiggle the spine. Okay, maybe a baby bridge. Scoop it on up. And exhale slowly down. Another time or two, just to lengthen. Remember, as you exhale, we're lengthening out to the crown, out to the tailbone. Root chakra to crown chakra. Maybe one more time. Feel support from underneath. And a slow roll down through the spine, and then any other little wiggle room. And yeah, speaking of breath, yeah, let's come into a slow, deep breath. We'll review also our Ujjayi breath later. But right now, let's just feel the fullness and how smooth the breath can truly be. How deep, how expansive, creating more space inside. Let the exhale release all negativity, just like that. It can be simple. Just release it all. Release any tension, release the busyness of the day. Some say the word busy in Chinese means heart killing. And yeah, that teaches me to say, maybe I should not use that word as much. Maybe I have a lot to do today, but yeah. So again, we breathe, we let go. We let go of all the things that we have to do today. Yeah, and just breathe. I'm reminded also of our meditation we did last week of just this. Just to bring simplicity of the inhale, expanding more space, the release more deeply on the exhale, maybe a gentle sigh. Just letting go. Whoa, did you sigh? Once again, inhale. And just a gentle sigh, and just feel your back relaxing. Yeah. So I invite you to continue to breathe slowly, deeply, for it's all about the breath, isn't it? In our lives and our yoga practice, the awareness as it goes deeper and deeper. You might even inhale a different, maybe a color, visualize a different color. The energy light shining within. Speaking of our light, maybe it is that golden light of the sun. The sun, the fire, the element of fire for your solar plexus chakra might feel good. Or any other light, color of light. Yeah, maybe it's green for your heart, blue for your throat. Yeah, or just breathe. And as we practice today, I would love to remind you of the first yama, or ethical moral precept, how we treat others, how we treat ourselves. The first yama, very similar to the golden rule, to treat others as you would like to be treated. Non-harming. Non-harming in your words, in your actions, in your thoughts. Sometimes we are, sometimes, hopefully, mostly we're not. Maybe bring, when we feel like we are harming in any way, maybe bring more essence of love, compassion, maybe even forgiveness, patience. Yeah, so as we practice today and live our lives, just notice when there are non-harming, when there is harming thoughts, and to change them. Again, notice, if you're going to hurt yourself or hurt others, the outcome usually is not all that positive. So think of the thoughts that are nurturing, that are maybe focusing on the good. Oh, what a novel idea. And as we practice today again, remember to honor your edge, to keep you safe. And the second yama, as I mentioned yesterday too, is being truthful, being honest. That's very close to also non-harming, isn't it? Because if you're truthful, there might not be non-harming as well. There is, I think, in one of the articles I did send you, you don't want to hurt somebody too by telling the truth that, that dress does not look good on you. But you might say it in a nice way, if it's possible. So, being truthful in your thoughts, in your actions, in your deeds, and we listen. That's another thing that very similar again to the throat chakra. We listen inside to our truth, to live our truth. Being truthful in your yoga practice, do not do something that's way over your head, so to speak, way out of line of your strength and flexibility. You can kind of feel that if you go slowly in the moment, being mindful, listening to your body, listening to your breath. Is it strained? Is it not? Can you go smoothly? Should you back off? Should you go a little further? which leads into, yes, I'm going to talk about the fourth limb, moderation. Moderation is, yeah, using our energy wisely, not too much, not too little, but just right. We don't eat too much. We don't exercise too much. We don't do 50,000 push-ups, maybe 10 push-ups. Yeah, we use our energy. And how do you even know? By being mindful. By being and listening. By being in the moment and listening. Again, we come back to the stillness. Going back to the third yama of non-stealing. Wow, not to steal, not to take, but it's not yours. What a novel idea. and yeah, not to take not just physical things, but maybe not to take people's ideas or their time, not to steal their time or steal their ideas. Or, oh, you might see, speaking of your yoga practice, to if you're in a class situation, you see someone, yeah, doing the headstand. Oh, I'm going to do that one. No, because we haven't prepared. So again, go at your own level, not to steal, not to take what is not yours, what's not healthy for you. So again, we practice to counteract that. We practice generosity. We practice appreciation. Wow, you can do the headstand. Wow, that's amazing. We practice appreciation. And then, yes, then the fourth one, using your energy wisely, the right effort. And the fifth yama, non-greed, which again is not taking, well, it's kind of close to the non-stealing, but the fifth one is the non-greed is, yeah, taking more than you need. Yeah, feeling a lack of abundance. And maybe holding on tightly to your tension. I know what that is, and I've had it since I was 3 years old, and I'm keeping it. No, maybe if you see the bigger picture, maybe if you know, oh, if I let go of that tension, maybe more health and more openness of mind can come through. If I let go of that attachment, of that just one way of thinking, maybe I see the whole perspective of life. Maybe that will give more possibilities and energy to flow if you do not, have a whole closet stacked full. Yeah, maybe let go of what you do not need to make room for what you may. So and even in our yoga practice, not to do more than again, what is healthy for you. So that corresponds also to the energy of moderation and the truthfulness and the non-harming and not to take, So I hope this makes sense and brings to life. Yoga is a way of life. So let's continue to practice, just keeping these thoughts in mind, actually almost from the day one. We just didn't put these labels on them. These are the 5 yamas, right? I call them the principles of using the right effort. Honor your edge. Listen inside. Just go where it feels comfortable and good for you. All right, so let's continue to open new spaces, shall we? Reaching arm and leg away from each other. And pulling it in on your side. Remember to incorporate any little wiggle room here. Maybe opposite side of the chest. Again, gives a little more oomph. Side to side. Say hello to your body. Hello to your breath. Stretching both arms and both legs. A nice yawn that releases tension from your jaw, your neck. Sometimes we hold anger in our necks. We hold that for sadness, angst, anxiety. Maybe you feel the anxiety in your heart. So we're taking a nice deep breath, a nice yawn. Let the exhale release it all as you draw legs and arms up to the sky. Yep, Give them a nice shake, maybe a little vigorous of a shake today. Ooh, or maybe a very gentle one. Yeah, see where your energy needs to go. Listen inside. Okay, and then the vibration comes, because if you didn't do it, you would miss it. Well, I think it's very valuable, and that's why we do this. Yes, every time almost. Yep. And then another shake. Oh, and shall we do the second Japanese energy generating practice? Okay, stretch your legs and just, yeah, swivel elbows against the floor. Let the rest of your spine just wibble and wobble. Yeah, another deep breath here. Through the vibration, it's kind of difficult to breathe smooth and deep, but now we can as we take the second energy generating exercise of the Japanese yoga. And then feet and arms return to the earth. Place your palms and be facing up or on the belly. And once again, we breathe. We feel the effects of just that little bit what we did. Now you might feel more of a buzz. You might feel a tingling. Your breath might have quickened. We slow it down. If you feel like the Ujjayi breath would be helpful right now, oh, okay. Again, the Ujjayi breath is, or the ocean breath, victorious breath. It's in through the nose and out through the nose. As we inhale, it's like we're saying the word ha, but our mouths are closed. So it's making like a noise of the ocean inside. You can hear it. It brings your mind right into your center. It heats the body, brings more a little focus inside. Like the pratyahara, the fourth, yeah, the fifth, the fifth, the fourth. I'm sorry, it's, yeah, the fifth limb, because there's the yamas, the niyamas, the asanas. The fourth is our breathing practice, which we're doing now as well. And then that helps, the victorious breath, the Ujjayi breath, helps to withdraw the senses, bring everything. So we're focusing inside. So you're saying the word ha in your throat with your mouth closed as you inhale. So there's a little contraction there, but the neck is not tight. You relax the neck and you just inhale, saying the word ha. And you exhale, saying the word ha through the nose. So there is like a Darth Vader sound in there, vibration. It almost brings more energy in, because you're constricting a little bit here. And so everything else has to expand more. So yeah, as you can take this again during your practice, your asana practice, our practice of the postures. You can take this breath during, helping to create a little more heat. Even now, as you inhale, yeah, just say the word ha with the mouth closed. And exhale with the mouth closed, out through the nose. Ha, yeah. Maybe one more time just to practice the Ujjayi breath. Yeah, sometimes you have to force it, and this takes practice, okay? But when it gets more comfortable, it can be very energizing, centering, and calming at the same time. So when ready, yeah, thigh of your choice is draped over. Stretch the supporting leg, a little wiggle room here too. Maybe just side to side. Or creating a nice circle. And move through the sequence with ease. Nice breath in and out, whether you're doing the Ujjayi breath or not. It's all good. I might focus in on it later too. Most of us are brand new to this breath. And again, it takes time, but it's very powerful. Reversing. How does this hip feel today? And for now, we're going to stretch the leg up to the sky with a nice ankle rotation. I'm doing the Ujjayi breath. I can't talk when I do the Ujjayi breath. Maybe that's a good thing. How are your toes doing? Maybe relax the ankle and just crunching open those toes. Once again, activating all those nerve endings. And a nice flexion of the foot when ready. Oh, how do your hands? Yeah, we might need to shake out or a quick wrist rub again. Tapping is always good. And when about ready for your reclining hamstring stretch, do breathe. Find a comfortable place, right? Just using the right effort. And the rest of the body, sometimes our leg is up in the air, but we have more tension in our jaw and our neck and our back, so we let go. Even if you're taking the Ujjayi breath, you can still relax the jaw, the neck, the back, belly of the hamstrings, breathing, softening, whether you're using a strap or the gentle clasp, first two fingers wrapping around that big toe. Maybe you're almost there, maybe you're there already. Shoulders relax. Maybe stretch your supporting leg long. And a little cross over the midline. Yeah, find your edge here with your hip down. Soften, non-harming, being truthful in your practice. Maybe you can go a little further, and then eventually it can lift if you want to go further, crossing over. Maybe first two fingers and thumbs can clasp around, this toe, opposite hand to foot. Or strap. And then, let's open out again. Get that inner thigh stretching for our standing postures, and seated. Nice deep breath here. Letting go, letting go. Remember, what you resist persists, so soften, soften. Maybe exhaling again out to the side, a nice circle around, forward your foot, pointing the foot, other half of the circle. Inhale, lifting up to the sky. Exhale, around, widest circle, that's good, core strong. Inhale, and reversing the circle. Exhale, crossing over to 6 o'clock. Reach all those in between numbers, pointing foot on the inhale, reaching all the way up to 12. Flexing on the exhale, again, reaching around to 6. Pointing the foot, the other half of the circle. How'd that feel? Up to 12. And now we're going to have a nice sit-up posture of strength. So we've already activated the core, a little bit as we circled, and now we're really concentrating here. Energy focused. So we lengthen, inhale, exhale into the sit-up posture. See where your variations will be. I'll be reminding you of them, but you can stay longer in any one of them. You might cross the wrist, elbows out, open the back of the heart, where resentment sometimes hides. Or crossing over the midline for your obliques, other arm hovered, other leg covered if you wish, or not. Maybe when the torso comes back to center, maybe arms hovered, see where they feel good. See what feels good to hover. Anything off the floor, you're going to give a little more oomph to your courage, to your strength, to your confidence. Another deep breath. And exhale. Roll it on down. Lift the leg higher. And then just shake it all about. I just thought of the hokey pokey. Do you know you put your right leg in, you put your right leg out, you put your right leg in, and you shake it all about. When is the last time? Yeah. Some of you might not even know of that. I guess you might call it a dance or an activity. Sometimes people used to do back in the day. Okay. Any difference, right leg, left leg? And let's transfer the weight to that foot. This is your standing leg, remember. So your other side that we're going to be working with now can relax with more ease, knowing that it is supported by the other side of the body. Yeah. So feel the support. So the other side can be worked with ease, scraping the thigh or stretching the supporting leg. And we just soften here. We let go here. Whether you're doing the Ujjayi breath or a slow, deep breath, maybe exhaling out through the mouth, or maybe see what's best for you today. Very individual. Then let's cup the hand upon the knee when ready to circle or a little erasing movements. Feel good to circle, maybe even without using the hand. I don't know. Check it out. Yeah, sometimes we don't know until we try, right? But go slowly, honoring the sensations within. Reversing if you haven't. Notice where else this circle makes you aware of. Maybe the lower back. Another deep breath. Thigh eventually, yes, drapes over the chest. Exhale. Stretch this leg to the sky, circling slowly. Open the toes widely. Deep breath. You relax the ankle and just crunch and open the toes. Say hello to your feet. Have you said hello to them today? Have you thanked them today? Yeah. Then exhale, flexing, heel reaches to the beautiful blue sky above. Yeah, assessing, yeah, I need to shake. Yeah, maybe that cross fiber, wonderful massage stroke. I didn't mention this on the first slide. Perhaps you are already doing it, however. But yeah, if you are massaging, remember, yeah, bend the knee so it sort of softens. Yes, you don't want to massage on a tight stretched muscle. Yeah. Get deep in there if you are doing the massage. And remember, if you're tapping, you can bend and straighten knee and front and sides of the knee. Or just that quick scrub. Yeah. But eventually we're going to breathe slower, deeper, whether in the Ujjayi breath or a nice, soft, deep belly breath. Of course, even if you're doing the Ujjayi breath, you're still doing low, middle, upper, or the exhale out through the mouth. Yeah, we're softening. A little cross over the midline. Notice where the edge presents itself. Maybe a little further. Maybe a little further. Maybe when the hip lifts, you can go. Yeah. Whether you're propping it up, first 2 fingers and thumb, or using the strap like a sling. And slowly we're going to come back to center and open out to the side. Opposite hip does stay down. See if you can make sure you have enough room to reach that leg. Soften the inner thigh. See how the hip feels as well. Yeah, and breathe. Yeah, this is all we're doing. We're breathing, we're moving. That's all. We're letting go. That's good too. And then the leg comes back up to the sky. Yeah, we're going to slowly circle first. Yeah, we're going to circle first and then our sit up pose. Exhale once again out to the side, all the way to 6 o'clock. This is the minute hand of a clock, or maybe the second hand. Inhale, pointing foot all the way up to 12, flexing as you exhale. 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Remember those in between numbers, 4 and 5, 6. Pointing foot from 6 all the way up. Inhale, reaching 11, 12. And then let's counterclockwise, crossing over, exhaling all the way to 6. Pointing foot, inhale. Again, all those in between numbers. Exhale, core strong, legs strong and flexible, pointing. This whole circling, yeah, stretches and strengthens. When it gets up to 12 o'clock or the sky again, I guess 12 o'clock would be way over past our heads. So sit up posture to awaken our courage and our strength. So supporting foot into the earth, inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, navel to the front of the spine as we reach up to the ankle. In any variation, maybe crossing the wrist again, elbows out, opening the back of the heart. Remember, issues are sometimes held in our tissues. So opening this up, it just might be physical tension, but if it is emotional tension in back of the heart, it's nice to release. See where your supporting leg needs to be for extra oomph in the core, in the quads. Crossing over the midline might feel good today. Maybe an extra feels good today. Or maybe when the chest comes to center again, you can hover the arms, palms up, palms down, might make a difference. Remember, reaching both arms to the back wall or just alternating. Maybe you can make up another variation. Let me know. But yes, we are confident, we are strong, and here we go. When ready, inhale, foot down if it was hovered, roll the back down, exhaling. And shake out this leg. Let it be as free as possible. Both. Both arms, both legs. Feet back to the earth. Reclining spinal twist. Last week we went into it 2 different ways. The newer way, I guess, I was bringing both thighs to the chest, arms out to the side, and then exhale. Roll the knees all the way over. They make it to the floor. So if that felt good, you can just stay there and breathe. Look back over your back shoulder. But if you want to roll all the way over, to that side, by all means, we're going to open the book. Reach a little further with the top arm. Inhale, exhale. So eventually it will all come to this position. Tailbone, crown reaching away. Jaw relax. Deep breath into the belly. Middle, upper. Again, open the front of the heart as you look back over. See where your back arm should be, a little lower, a little higher, palm up, palm down. See where your legs need to be. Maybe just crossing one knee over, stretching the bottom leg, or maybe stretch both legs out long in an L shape. In either case, we're breathing, we're softening, we're letting go. If your knees are to the right, you're getting a nice stretch for your descending colon. Maybe a little massage if you wish for your IT band. Cross fibering. What might feel good too is to lift that back arm and roll all the way over to the knees for that wonderful semicircle behind you, walking the fingers on the floor, reaching way behind you to the back wall. Nice side stretch too. Yeah. Obliques, of course. And then open the arm out to the side once again. One more slow, deep breath here. Maybe the Ujjayi breath feels good. And gently, yeah, we can just bring both thighs up, or if you wish, we can roll to that side again and then bring the whole body back to center. I kind of like that variation for my body there. My body likes it better. How about that? Did you notice how I rephrased that? At first I said, I like to do it this way. And then I said, oh, my body likes to do it all together. And that's the difference too of practicing our yoga. Absolutely. Gives it more of an internal feel. So you can bring your arms out or just then roll the knees over, exhaling in the twist. Or again, as we usually have done it, you can roll all the way over to the side, stretch that top arm away, open again, back of the heart, and then inhale up. We're opening the book. Exhale into the deepest part of any spinal twist. Lengthen from the tailbone to the crown. Feel more space between the vertebrae, so you'll get more flexibility. Belly breathing, ribs expanding in all directions. Palm up, palm down, maybe arm a little lower, a little higher. Yeah, you can rotate in the shoulder joint. Yeah, I'm relaxing my jaw. Your neck is long. See where your legs like to be, just crossing the one knee over. Maybe thighs a little higher, a little lower. Maybe stretch those legs out in a nice L shape. You have room. Maybe that little IT band feels good as you rub. Another deep breath. Closing the book. Now let's inhale, exhale to close the book. Walk the fingertips in the big semicircle behind you. And reach the arm to the back wall. Separate out of the waist. And then continue. Nice shoulder release. Here we're stretching if your knees are to the left, you're stretching your ascending colon, your liver, your spleen. Yeah, your liver just purified 64 ounces of blood, just like that. You might say thank you. And then gently, we're going to bring the thighs back to the chest, or if you wish, roll all the way to the side first, and then bring the thighs to the chest. A little circle around the sacrum, kind of bring everything back to neutral. And then gently, we're going to roll to the side, coming up to our seated posture for a nice side stretch. We got a little bit here when we reach the arm to the back wall. Let's take, first of all, let's just come up to the seated posture. You feel the difference from lying to seated already? Yeah, different blood flow. Side, head to knee. Does that feel good? Okay, so stretch one leg of your choice out to your side. Sitting tall, remember, lengthen sole of the foot to your inner thigh. We're going to inhale the arm high. Before side, when you go into side, head to knee, there's a nice twist away from that leg first. We inhale and then exhale, lengthening over. Reaching out through all the fingers. A little lean forward, or maybe back where you were. Okay. Flexing foot, pointing foot. I know some of us might be able to clasp the outside edge of that foot to rotate shoulder, chest to the sky. Now, usually our underarm is sliding out, but your underarm also can cross over to the opposite knee. So see how that feels differently. Deep breath. Yeah, one more inhale, one more exhale. When ready, inhale, exhale, coming on up. Usually start the inhale coming out of the posture and then exhale all the way. Yeah, so let's just stretch this leg out long. How's that feel? Other side. So yeah, bringing that leg out to your side, as it feels comfortable. Other sole of the foot to your inner thigh, which I just have to pretend. Hopefully you can bring the sole of the foot to your inner thigh. And we're going to inhale tall, and we're going to twist away from the outstretched leg to lengthen the whole side over the thigh. Finding the edge, we breathe. Let the edge breathe. Yeah, expand and soften. Maybe a little lean forward or a little lean back where you were. Flexing foot, pointing foot. Maybe you can clasp the outside edge. Yeah, maybe you can look up to the sky, reaching out to all your fingers. Maybe crossing the arm over to the opposite knee. Long neck. Relax the jaw. Another slow deep breath. Feel your exhale really letting go where there's any tightness, stiffness. Yeah, soften. When ready, we're going to start the inhale coming up and then exhale all the way. And let's take the seated hot breath, shall we? Okay, so we're going to hug the knees. Exhale. Bring that navel in. Open. Yeah, the back. Yeah, between the shoulder blades. And roll over the sacrum. Come to your toes. We're rolling over. We're rounding chin in. And then lengthen the spine. Come back right to the tailbone. Lift the spine long on the inhale. We arch the spine. Exhale, rounding. Navel is drawn in. Curving the spine. Chin down. Hug the knees so you can open the upper back. Inhale. Lengthen. Lift to the sky. Exhale. Roll it all in. Inhale to lengthen. And exhale, center into good old B-sit posture. We're right here, why not? So lifting out, feet off, whether you're hugging or reaching. Deep breath in. Last week we did the variation of one leg straightening, elbow, knee bend. Twist to that side. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the other side. Inhale and exhale. Does this feel good or almost? Inhale, center. One more twist. And back to center. Inhale and exhale. Feet to the earth. Good old bound angle coming right up. Soles of the feet unite. Knees way out. You might flutter the knees. Remember, your feet can come a little closer or maybe a little further away. It will change the stretch. So adjust. We deep breath to lift high, separating all the vertebrae, and then we exhale, tipping the pelvis forward. Then relax the shoulders. Then relax the head, your mind. Yes, your mind can go on that vacation right now. Soles of the feet right there, your arches, as I mentioned, your arches in foot reflexology correspond to your spine. Your neck is between the big toe joints. And then your mid-back, mid-arch, lower back, lower arch toward the heel. So you can rub those a little bit if you wish. Or more flexibly, yeah, you're stretching arms to the floor. Chest over, letting go, deep, deep breath. Very gently, we're going to roll on up. Rolling on up, let's come to actually both knees for practicing our camel once again. Different stages for different folks. Keeping hips right over your knees. Feel that length as you inhale, lifting high, shoulders down. You might place your hands right in the lower back, palms facing downward, and the lift of the heart. Lift. Neck is long here, not crunching back. Now, some of us just might be able to touch, our heel, or maybe tuck the toes under, touch the heel. Some of us maybe not. So I would, if you not, I would say, keep your hands right here. Keep the lift of the heart. Coming out, we inhale and exhale, chin in. Another variation is to reach the arms high and then exhale. Has a little twist to it. And then the other side. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Two hands and knees. Yay. And another, let's just tuck those toes under for down dog. So we're going to tuck them under, push away the floor. Oh, this feels good. Bend the knees today, bend both knees, and just stretch the tailbone again away where the point it kind of towards which the ceiling meets the wall. Shoulders relax, walking the dog. Okay, I'd like to just talk you through the flip. I am sorry, I cannot even do what I did last semester. However, there is a wonderful YouTube. Yep, just for you guys. So let's bring the feet together and stretch one leg high to the sky. And we're going to bend the knee. And here comes the twist. Hip, waist, shoulder, head. Your knee is up to the sky. So your toes on that foot are aiming toward the floor. And then you're going to keep that twist going. It might be more, a little more easeful if actually you bring your opposite hand a little more midline. And then what's going to happen, you're going to keep going. You're going to lift that arm off. That foot is going to go to the floor behind you. And the arm is going to lift to the sky. Keep the hips up. Keep the hips up, lifting up higher as that foot lands. Then on the return, you're going to look where you're going to go. Keep the hips lifted and keep the hips lifted. And then that leg that was bent comes off the floor and then stretches high again. And then back to 2 feet. Now, if you're not getting all that, it's okay, because you can look at the video and then the YouTube I made, and then it might make more sense. But still, we can still do the three-legged dog. So let's take the other leg way high, bend, and then, lift that knee. We're going to twist toward that side. That arm is going to come off the floor. I'm going to bring that a little closer in first, the supporting hand, a little midline. And then, that leg is going to keep going all the way. And I have to be very careful of that knee too. So ta-da! Your hips are off the floor. You're reaching high. And then again, when you come back, the arm comes around, the chest, the hips. That leg is going to lift up again to the sky. Or maybe this is a nice variation. And exhale down. Oh my gosh. How did that feel? How did that go? At all? Yeah, sort of. Okay, let's come back to our down dog. Because we need a nice wide angle jog. Just to stretch both legs. Stretch the spine a little bit longer. And then walk the hands to your wide angle forward fold. Let the head be heavy. Shake it out. And then swing the chest over to one thigh, clasping the ankle, outside of the ankle. And then swim to the other side. And back to center. Maybe walk the hands through the feet, through the legs. Fingertips point away. Bend the elbows toward the fingertips. And then let's come bringing the feet in, hips width apart, your forward fold. And gently roll up through the spine, vertebra by vertebra. Coming to your standing posture. Standing tall, standing on your own 2 feet once again. Open the toes, feel equal on both legs. A nice deep breath, palms facing upward from the earth to your center, and exhale, releasing again any tension. Soften the knees. Inhale. And exhale. A gentle sigh. Once again, inhale. And exhale. And for a little more focus in our lives, and more concentration, maybe before a test, palms facing upward, we're going to swing that left arm up, palm facing upward, and the thumb traces right down the middle line, the midline. Exhaling. You can soften the knees. Inhale to stretch. Other side. Exhale. So it changes side to side. Left arm. Thumb, this is the governing meridian in Chinese medicine, also Sushumna in yoga. The right arm, inhale and exhale. When this aligns, there is more focus, there's more balance, kind of like reminding of the wonderful alternate nostril breathing. It aligns right brain, left brain, exhale. One more time. Deep breath, exhale, center. Very calming too. Right in your center, we breathe. And I'm reminded of, I don't know why, bears. Bears swimming in the ocean. And this is, I think we've done this only once before. It's bringing in more courage, more power. And I'm thinking of the bear too, and how it knows how to conserve energy. It uses its energy wisely, like the fourth Yama that we've talked about. So here the palms face upward, we bend the knees, we bring them forward, exhale. The inhale swims like the breaststroke, stretching the legs, reaching way around, and from the waist, exhale. And inhale, and exhale. Soften the knee. Kind of like chair pose almost there. Inhale, and exhale. Forward, reach, inhale wide into your courage, into your confidence. Exhale. Once again, inhale. And again, once again, exhale. And then an inhale. And palms to the belly. Dantian, the sacral chakra. Speaking of swimming, another one is the dragon swimming in the ocean. So the legs are farther apart. This brings more longevity. It brings more of release of stagnant energy in the spine. And a little more flexibility. Yeah. So palms unite. We inhale and then exhale. push the hands to one side as your opposite knee bends. So if you're pushing your hands to the right, your left knee will bend as you look to the left. Inhale, center, stretch the both legs, and then bend the right knee. Look to the right as you push the palms. Yeah, a little more push to the left, the hands. And it repeats. Inhale, center. Exhale. We hold and watched a woman do this in China. Exhale. And he asked, and what does this do? And she said, it promotes longevity. And then later he found out she was, I think, 94 or 102. And he goes, I guess it works. From side to side, be inhale, center, exhale, knee bending, other leg stretches, push away. Once again, inhale, center, and push away. So you can twist a little more if you wish. Your legs can also be wider. Yeah, that gives a little more flexibility, a little more stretch, strength. Yeah. How's that feel? And back to center. This reminds me now of the sun salutation. Doesn't it a little bit? I don't know why. So yeah, let's continue to have this flow with the breath, movement together as one. So come to the front of your mat to prepare. We give thanks. We give thanks to the energy of the sun, the earth. As we inhale, we reach around and above, palms unite, again, bringing it back to center on the exhale. The inhale into the total body back arch, lean the hips forward, lift the heart. Exhale, forward folding all the way down, hands on either side of the feet. Stretch right leg way back in the low lunge, lifting the heart, looking up. Make sure your left knee is over your ankle. Bring that left foot back into plank. This is where we pause the breath. Exhaling, the knees bend, chest, forehead. Your inhale lowers the hips, stretch the toes, lift the heart, cobra. Exhale, tuck toes under, good old down dog. You can walk the feet in an inch if need be. When ready to inhale, the right foot swings right through the hands. Or you might have to lower the left knee down first and then swing it through. Sometimes then I have to stretch that left leg back. Give it that stretch it needs. It's asking for it. Your exhale brings 2 feet together. Forward fold. Rolling on up on the inhale. Reach the arms out and up. Lean the hips forward. Total body back arch. And exhale, palms to the heart. Breath in between. And an inhale to lengthen, tall. Other side, exhale. This time the left leg goes way back into the lunge. Knee over ankle, looking upward. Nice deep breath. And hold breath. Play. Exhale, knees, chest, forehead. Remember the hips stay up here. Then they lower. Lengthen. The elbows stay bent, shoulders down. Cobra. Exhale. Yeah, you can just jackknife into it. Down dog. Another breath. When ready, left foot swings right through on the inhale. I have to stretch. Inhale into the beautiful lunge. Exhale into the forward folding. Rolling on up on the inhale, reaching out, reaching up, reaching way back. The hips lean forward. There's no crunch in the lower back here. Lengthen. And exhale back. Relax the arm. Close your eyes. And breathe. Just one round of the sun salutation. Notice how you feel. Sometimes It's nice to take it very slowly, take a double breath in between for each posture. Sometimes faster, just one breath for each movement. But now we just breathe, we feel still connected to the earth, to the beautiful sky, the sun, and in gratitude. We take another deep breath. And gently open your eyes if they were closed. And let's open the legs wide, shall we, for warrior two. And nice wide stride, maybe a little wider today. Let's turn those left toes out 90 degrees. Remember your right toes are angled in a little bit. Level the waist and reach wide like a sea star. Inhale, exhale, stretch both legs apart. We're stretching the knee outward in line with your second, third toe, knee over ankle, gazing softly. The greatest strength is gentleness. So we're not forcing it, not using too much energy. No, using our energy wisely. Reversing the warrior. We can still keep our ground as we lift to the beautiful blue sky with joy. We bottom arm wrapping it around. Nice, deep, slow breath. Maybe the Ujjayi breath. And then extended side angle. Inhale, exhale. Maybe wrapping that arm around. Press away the thigh, or palm open, or maybe the clasp. If you're wide enough, long enough in the torso, you can have the cow head clasp behind. Another deep breath. We're going to reach that arm up high. Exhaling, two legs straight. Triangle, sure, why not? So we're lengthening, once again, inhaling, exhale, shift the hips first. It's not going down. We're reaching longer out of the hips, out of the waist. Till we can't reach any longer, then we just touch. Reach that other arm high or by the ear, or if you wish, wrap it around the waist. Looking upward or straight ahead. Try to feel that underside longer. When ready, we're going to reach that arm high again. Exhaling. Down the back leg. Inhaling. Reaching up, reversing the triangle. And back to center. Turning toes inward. Let's actually bring the feet back underneath us. Just to feel the difference, right side, left side. Should almost feel very different, actually. So, ready for your other side? I'd say, okay, so open wide. Aligning, toes out, toes in, maybe a little wider. Level waist. Reach long and wide, open like a sea star, opening from the heart. Inhale, exhale, stretch the knee. So it just doesn't go bend, it lengthens. The inner thigh lengthens. Gazing softly. Relax the shoulder. Maybe back palm lifting upward. How does that feel? Maybe both palms upward. And then down. When ready to reverse, we lift up tall. But keep the knee bend, walking fingertips down or wrapping around. Opening the heart. I felt, more. Opening the chest. Connecting to the sky, to the earth, to your heart. And extended side angle when ready. Lengthening again out of the waist. Or wrapping around. If your legs are wide enough, maybe you can clasp in back. But open the shoulders, open the chest. long neck. When ready, we're going to reach the arm high again if it was wrapped. Inhale, exhale. Preparing for triangle. Lengthen again. Legs straight. We're going to shift the hips, exhaling. Reaching long your whole side. Touching gently. Nice deep long breath here. Maybe reaching the arm by the ear. Maybe again, wrapping it around the waist. But again, make sure your shoulder is back up. Not to lean against your bottom hand. It's just touching. Reach down into the legs if you need more strength. When ready to rise, we inhale and exhale. Reversing the triangle. We lift on up from the waist down into the foot, from the waist up to the fingertips. And back to center. And a little wiggle of the feet in and out, in and out. Standing tall, good old knocking at life's door. So our feet about a shoulder's width apart, hips to shoulders width apart, and this way. Yeah, wrapping it around 360 degrees, reach around and wrap and tap, wrap and tap. You can make this go a little bit more as you look way over the shoulder, a little more spiral, if that feels good. If not, just go more gently. I think last time we actually bent toward the knee that we twisted to stretch the other leg. That feels better if the feet are more shoulders width apart, or maybe even a little more. And wrap and tap. Bending toward the knee, that's twisting toward the knee, that's bending. You're pushing away with the other leg. Oh yeah, what about tapping upper lung? Yeah, that's important too. Tapping upper lung. Inhale, exhale, tapping away any sadness, grief. It's not tapping it just away, it's allowing it to move through so you don't get stuck. Yeah, just in tapping around the kidneys too, it's tapping away fear, but actually fear sometimes protects us, right? Keeps us safe. But if you hang on to the fear, that's not, and then it creates more angst and more, that it zeroes into way over the top negative kind of a sensation and feel for your body, your mind. So what I'm saying is I'm gonna slowly release the wrap and tap, is that all emotions are great. As they say, some are, if you hang on to them tightly, then they can cause maybe some negative effects. But I don't think there's any negative emotions or positive. When we think of positive emotions, maybe of joy, of compassion, and those are more positive. As I'm saying this now, I'm going through it in my mind, and also what I've practiced and researched and feel is my truth. I think my truth is all emotions are amazing. It's how you process them that makes the difference. Yeah. Whether they're healthy for you or not healthy. Yeah. I hope that's clear. Yay. So we're going to bring the feet together. My mat is sticking to my feet. And we're going to inhale the arms into the squatting balance. Yeah, so hopefully you can go all the way to balancing on your toes, keeping shoulders over the hips. Sometimes as people go down, the shoulders come forward, but here they're straight, aligned, and then, can you balance on your toes? Now, if you can close your eyes for a little more challenge. Yeah, maybe not. Yay, squatting balance. And now let's, bring the hips down and actually stretch the legs long. I think it might be nice. Next week, I might talk you through inversion. Today, I was just thinking of opening the heart. Yeah. It's so easy to close it at times, especially if you've been heartbroken. So, yeah, let's open the heart, fingertips in fish pose, fingertips underneath the butt. We're going to lower one elbow, lower the other elbow, lift the heart as you inhale. Inhale the love. You might even lift a leg or two. They are alternating. Maybe both can lift at the same time and still keep the arch. Lift the heart. Remember, you're not crunching the head back. The neck is long here. Elbows into the floor. Another deep breath. And then let's bend the knees, chin in, and exhale, rolling on down. The thighs to the chest. Now, for those on next week that are not going to invert, legs up to the sky, spines lifted, hips off the floor, remember we have the shuffle, the leg shuffle. So let's take that today before our relaxation. So here our feet are flexed, usually hands down, arms down, and one leg is drawn toward you, other leg away from you. Now this could be a moderately distance apart and maybe a little slower, or it could be wider apart, as wide as you can go, or maybe a little faster. See how that feels. And venous blood is returned more to your heart with ease. Your core is working. Again, you're stretching your hamstrings, your legs with feet flexed. You're strengthening your shin muscles, stretching calves. So another little shuffle. And then let's shake it all out again. Feet and arms return to the earth. Any other little wiggle room, maybe another little baby bridge. Maybe roll the head side to side, just a roll. And just using the right effort. Exhale, maybe a double sniff in when ready. And once again. A little pause, and then a little pause, and again, and thank you, and we breathe, and just notice your breath, slowly in, slowly out. Maybe it's slowing down even more as you bring your awareness to it. And feel now your skin breathing, your skin relaxing. How does the air feel against your skin, around your skin? How do your clothes feel around your skin? Your skin feel different if you have a shirt, long sleeve shirt on. Yeah, your skin of your arms might feel different than the skin of your hand. Layers of skin going deeper. Each layer relaxing, each layer breathing. Skin of your face, your back, your legs, your feet. And feeling your muscles relax, muscles of your face, your neck, your arms, your torso, your back, your front, muscles of the buttocks, muscles of your leg, your feet, your blood vessels. Maybe visualizing new rich bloods circulating with ease through your body. Yeah, amazing. And your nerves, so nicely free, clear of any pinching. Everything is moving with ease. Energy is moving fluidly, creating more health, more nourishment. And going then into the bones. bones of your legs, relaxing them, bones of your feet, your ankles, your legs, your pelvic bone, relaxing them, and each and every one of your vertebrae. You might see more space between them and inside those bones. Oh, inside the bones of your arms. Yeah, of your fingers. In your skull, can you feel your skull moving? Actually, there's a pulse, as I've mentioned, the cerebrospinal fluid, that actually, the sphenoid bone of your skull actually moves with the pulse of your cerebrospinal fluid. And if you're still listening, you might even feel that pulse moving the skull. Wow. And all our internal organs. I know some of you know exactly where they are and their functions and everything. Some of us may not even know exactly where they are, but there's a lot in there. Yeah, so breathe into the belly. Breathe into, your colon, your intestines. Breathing into your liver, your spleen, your stomach, your gallbladder, your kidneys, and your adrenal glands right on top of them. Yeah. As I mentioned yesterday, they can get exhausted if you're under a lot of stress. Yeah. So let's breathe. Just feel the stillness. Breathe into your heart center. Feel the warmth there. The nourishment, the healing. Allow all your glands to function with ease now. Your thyroid gland, sphenoid gland. I'm sorry. That's part of your book. Your parathyroid gland, your thyroid, your pituitary. Relax your brain. And truly every cell, muscle, tendon, fiber of your being in your system. Breathe into your digestive system, bringing in and discerning what you need and eliminating what you don't. Breathing into your immune system, lymphatic system, your respiratory system. Yes, there's a whole other world inside. So I invite you to breathe and allow every cell of your body to feel this amazing new breath for its continued healing as you continue to surrender to this posture of relaxation. And another slow, deep breath in, allowing every cell to remember a more peaceful, calmful way of being in this world. And come back home to this practice whenever life lets you know it is time. And to awaken with a little wiggle of fingers and toes, circling wrists and ankles. Let's yawn, stretching arms and legs. A little roll to the right, needing more calm, a little roll to the left if you need a little more energy. Coming to your seated posture when ready to do so. Tailbone to the earth, crown of the head to the sky. As we inhale, feel this breath from the earth and around you and above you, blended into perfect harmony, bringing it all back home to your open, loving heart. I thank you. Keep it going. And namaste. Thank you. Have a great day, evening, morning, whenever you are here with us all as we practice all together. Thank you so much.